in trances, going off to different places, different planets.
Please sit, 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 please sit.
We were out of time and second chances, empty-handed. You like the fast life, you like to drive and get down and dirty, act like the bad guy. You want some love, you like when you feel like
Welcome back, you guys. Today is the day. I am going to clean, declutter, and organize this house until I no longer feel stressed. So if you are in the same boat, you have come to the right place. Today, I actually the past couple of days, I have been feeling like, sorry, I thought I saw a spider. I have been feeling like I can do this. I can do this. Little by little, I have been chipping away, tons of organizing, but really my house needs to be cleaned. Like, it just really needs to be cleaned, and I have so much junk that we brought from the other house, which surprises me because we had an entire dumpster filled to the brim at the other house, but I somehow have more junk. I'm getting it out. We're done. I've already made trips to the hospice store donating, and we're not done. So if you are ready to get your life in order, if you're feeling stressed, let's clean, declutter, and organize until we no longer feel stressed. I'm telling you, we might not be able to control everything in our lives, but we can most certainly control this. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna start in the living room, or excuse me, the dining room / office. Now I'm not gonna show you Chris's area because that's gonna be a part of the whole video. We're gonna do board and bedding on the wall. It's gonna look great, but it is so cluttered and so junky, and it has been like that for weeks. So today, I'm just cleaning. I'm just getting crap out. I'm just organizing it all. So you come to the right spot. It's gonna be very upbeat. It's gonna be very fast paced. We are gonna get so much done. I'm going to be working all stinking day. So I'm pumping myself up. I'm pumping myself up. So I just wanted to say that. I hope you guys are ready. We are gonna get a lot done. I hope you get a lot done with me. And if when you're done with this video and you're like, dang, I'm really into this, I need something else, check out my description box. I have a whole list of constant cleaning motivation. You can go to the marathons or you can go to just the playlist. Either one, they're both playlists. And you will get, and I mean this, a day, 2, 3, you will get so many hours of cleaning motivation, you won't run out. You won't run out. So let's do this together. When you're done here, and you're ready to keep on going, I want you to keep on going. And if you're not sure you can do it, I want you to put a timer on. Put your favorite song on, and in the length of that song, I want you to get something done. And if you feel so inclined to do it after the song is done, then I add another song. But don't compare yourself to me or anybody else on the internet. This is my journey. I'm sharing it with you. I'm so overwhelmed by everything in my life, but I realize I can control this, so this is where I'm starting. And I want to start with you. So let's go get some things done.
Let's get some sun, baby. It's time.
We are going to start off in my front room. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this entire box. So this has been sitting here. We pulled all of the stuff out of the media room and put it in this box. And I was thinking the kids were going to get cords out of here, and I wanted to organize it. But as I was looking at it further, I realized I'm not going to organize something that I don't even know that they're ever going to need. So I decided to just get a trash bag and throw it all away. And let me tell you, it was absolutely so liberating. I felt so good, and it made me feel like so excited to continue. So I've always stressed to you guys, start easy. This is what I'm talking about. Get a garbage bag, go through, throw away the trash first. It feels so great to clear up spaces. It makes you feel motivated for the next task. It really surprises me how much stuff that we are continuing to declutter, even though we had an entire garbage can dumpster full. An entire dumpster full when we moved from the last house, but somehow It always follows us and it always accumulates one way or the other. And one of the biggest obstacles with this house, not only did we downsize and we also got rid of a ton of stuff, this particular house doesn't have a lot of storage. The linen closets are very narrow and small. The other closets are basic, they're fine, but you know, for me in particular, I have a lot of stuff that I need to store, like my Cricut and my craft supplies. And so this is the number one issue I'm having right now. So things just kind of get left out and they just pile up. And like, I think it's Cass from Clutter, the Clutter Bug, or Dawn from Minimal Mom. Don't quote me. I don't know who said it, but one of them said clutter attracts clutter. And that is one thing that has really hit home for me. When things sit out on your countertops, your tables, anywhere, it is going to attract more clutter. And for me, that is immediate overwhelm. So I've got this portion blurred out because I'm gonna have a whole entire video showing the office reveal. This is like a multi-purpose room. This is our dining room and Chris's office is in here, and I want to share that with you guys. So slowly but surely we're getting it going. We've got to completely redo the wall and do board and bed, and so I wanted to blur it out because I didn't want to give too much of it away just yet. So I'm gonna vacuum this area. I had noticed the vacuum didn't seem to really be picking up a lot, so I was going round and round trying to figure out what was going on with it. It just kept spitting back little crumbs and particles. I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but I thought to myself, you know what? I had just recently given the dogs a haircut, and I did go out there and vacuum up some of the hair on the porch. Yes, I absolutely did. So the more I was thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? This thing for sure needs to be cleaned out, and it was packed full of hair. I am going to get my Dyson looked at. I'm going to take it to a service center. I love this Shark. It is amazing. I highly recommend it, and it's very affordable. But we are very hard on vacuums, so I'm going to have to go ahead and spend the money and fix the Dyson so I have a backup. Since it was so nasty in here, we decided to go ahead and clean the vacuum out just using some spray wash. You can use whatever you need. And rinsing it out, it was rough, really rough, no pun intended. So gonna tackle this and then I'm gonna let it all dry out. I am going to be cleaning out the garage, which will, seriously, it was so intense. So intense. I also wanted to give you some encouragement. If you see videos pop up that maybe it's a garage clean with me, or a garage declutter, or a bathroom declutter, or a bathroom clean with me, just remember, just because it might not be exactly the area that you want to tackle doesn't mean the video won't still provide motivation, and not with just my content, but any content on YouTube. So it just gets you up, it gets you moving, and it's nice to have someone to clean and declutter and organize with. I know in each one of my videos I might sound very redundant, but I never know who comes to my channel or this video for the first time, so I will often repeat some of the suggestions and things that I mention when it comes to decluttering and organizing. But the principles, the foundation is the same. I'm still going to have to follow the same principles and the same thing when we're decluttering, no matter the space. And like I always say, and I always stress this, you want to start off easy, get your trash first, and then move from there. Okay, so this I'm giving to my niece that lives in Jacksonville. I love this picture, but I don't have any room for it. I don't know where to put it. I'm not gonna hold on to it. And this, bought it just to be cool back in the day because everybody else was buying Studio McGee stuff. And then this rug. And then laundry galore. We have our laundry room outside, and it's been a little bit of a learning curve in the sense that you can't leave laundry because it's so humid out here. You absolutely cannot leave any laundry. Okay, yeah. You can't leave any laundry out here because it immediately sours. So I'm literally rewashing this for the second time. And I'm gonna have to rewash these and these because there's a slight stench to them and I can't have it. So I'm gonna be doing laundry for a year now. You want a what? You want a bike too? You're too big for that bike, sister. So we have a lot to do. Ultimately, my goal is to pull every single item out of here, bare floors and all, and then repaint the walls, do the floors. I want it to look sterile like a hospital. You're probably thinking, why? Well, because we have spiders in here, and I want to be able to see every single little moving thing. So I want to start over and seal all the holes and the gaps. So I'm going to give you a little bit of up close.
Up close.
So we have a shed in the back, like a pole barn that Chris has to build, and we're going to be taking all of the exercise equipment and putting it in there, as well as my office stuff, so I can go work out there and do voiceovers out there without anyone asking for anything, which is really going to be such a blessing. After 6 years of doing that, I'm really looking forward to not having to sit in the bathroom or late at night or early in the morning doing voiceovers. I'm excited about that. That is a little blessing, a huge blessing actually. I got these bin, I got a ton, but my kids have taken a lot, so I'm gonna try to, how many we got there? 3. I think I can do 3. I've got to unload all of these boxes here, go through all of this stuff again, and just start purging. Because I think we're gonna get rid of that refrigerator and put that one there. That's from the kitchen. And then maybe get rid of the deep freezer too, to see, because we're not using it to its full capacity. And maybe all that stuff will fit in here so we can save space. That would be really great. Turning behind me, olive tree is gonna go in the living room. I still need to do those sconces. I'm gonna sell that. And I need to return those ferns. These are my stacking laundry bins. I can fold that up. And we have honestly a lot to do in here. Also, the mower will go in the pole barn in the back as well. We're going to put partitions and walls in there. So that's going to be really helpful. It's a 12 by 24 pole barn. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think it's time to just start purging a lot of this stuff, even though they were gifts, because, you know, we don't have the space for them right now. So that just makes the most sense. It's going to be hard to let go of a lot of this, but I really don't feel like I have a choice anymore, and I know that I will feel better knowing that my garage is clean. One thing I have learned about being a mom is if you give your kids the time that they need, they absolutely do need it, that they are more inclined to allow you to do the things that you want to do or the time that you need. It took me a long time to learn that. And I also learned that if you have kids, when you're trying to get things done, like you're getting on the phone or you have to work, you have to clean, but your attention is diverted from them, and they get really fussy about it, then a lot of times, and this isn't every situation, it's not one size fits all, but this is what I've learned in my experience of being a mom. The majority of the time for me, when my kids get like that, it's because I haven't given them the time that they need. And kids spell love, T-I-M-E. And it is so, so important to go ahead and pour into your kids. Now, I'm not great at it all the time, but I have really tried my best and better once Emma has come into the picture. Having her later on in life has been such a blessing because A, she gets the best version of me. B, I have had time to make a lot of mistakes, a ton of mistakes, and I continue to make mistakes, but I've had a lot of time to reflect on those mistakes and things that I wanted to do better if I were to have another baby. So it's been really a great experience to be able to experience this again and try to do things differently with her. So having a little bit of playtime real quick has been great. Like I said, I need to do better. Like Josiah is my busy boy and he loves to go, and I do too, but he and I like to do like different types of go. And he wants to go swimming, he wants to go to Adventure Island, he wants to go to Busch Gardens, and that's not my forte. So that's one thing that I am trying to work on. Like, I'm trying to get better at like going out and about during the morning, and then by noon them allowing me to have some time to work or edit or do something like that. So it's definitely it's a work in progress, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of encouragement, because if you are a parent and you're in this stage of life where you notice anytime you ever even try to have a moment, even to scroll endlessly on your phone and your kids are pawing at you, I want you to take a moment and just think and reflect, have I given them any undivided attention today? And that means like no phone, no TV, no nothing near you. You are looking at them, you're playing a puzzle, you're playing cards, you are reading them a book, and it is undivided attention with them. And I'm telling you, if you can do that with your kiddos, it really speaks volumes in their life. And then you can say, hey, mommy's given you 30 minutes, and now I need you to give me some time too. So I'm going to let you watch this or watch that or color this or that, and then we'll come back. And you have to take time in your day to do those things with them so that they're not feeling completely neglected to just kind of fend for themselves while we do the things that we need to do. Because Lord knows, as an adult, we have a ton of things that need to be done. If you remember, I had a ton of decor in the other house. We had 2 garages, and the smaller single garage was mine, and I had a shelf full of decor. I've given a ton of it away because I realized I just don't need it. I also was aspiring to have a decor channel and a decor focused Instagram, but I've kind of just gone with whatever my heart is leading me to do, and right now I don't feel a huge pull to focus solely on decor. I'm just going to incorporate it in my life because it's just what it is. So I've given a ton of stuff away, but I am going to vacuum seal some of these pillows because they are really, really soft. However, I don't put a ton of pillows on my couch because my dogs like to lay on them, and that grosses me out. I love my dogs dearly, but them running all over the place outside and then laying on my pillows just grosses me out. I don't like my pillows on the floor. I don't like my blankets on the floor. And so I have just learned that. And so I'm going to vacuum seal these and put them in a bin and put them away until my dogs, or I train them not to do that anymore. I really have tried. It doesn't really work. And then I'm going to sort through the rest of the stuff in here. I have gone through this so many times, so I know that I want the majority of stuff, but I just got to put it in a bin. Again, I'm trying to get rid of all these cardboard boxes because this garage is filled with spiders. So I really get overwhelmed with visual clutter, and I like to usually have colored bins, opaque. I don't want to see every little itty bitty thing in there because it's just visually overwhelming, especially like in the pantry too. I've just learned that about myself. But for the garage, I do want to have clear, so it is just easy access and I know exactly what I need. Drenched, totally drenched.
You would be like, no, this isn't problematic. It's just that I haven't collected all the pieces yet. Yeah, right. And so you're trying different pieces. Some
We're getting there.
And they slide right in. It's a perfect fit. You get that little.
Fortunately, we live very close to a hospice donation center, so I'm able to take everything and just put it there. I love taking my places there because I feel like it's going to a good cause. Now, Goodwill is very easy to donate to, and I think it's probably the most popular. But if I have my preference, it's always Salvation Army or hospice, or just give it to someone who wants it first. But a lot of times people don't always want your stuff. So it's nice to be able to take it there and then they can make a profit off of it. These are your standard Sterilite bins that you get from Walmart. They were about $5, maybe $5.60 or $5.90. I don't remember the exact price, but I will put it right here. And I really like them. They're very sturdy and I like the latch. And I just like when everything matches. Now, I have made it very clear in the past that I do not go and purchase any organization bins just because they are very nice and I love those types of things. But I will only purchase the things that are needed, and these were definitely needed. So, like I had mentioned, I had ordered actually about 6 of those large bins, and my kids have taken them, left me with 2. And then I went and got 4 of these bins. I will have to get more, but I love them because they stack perfectly on top of each other and they are so sturdy and durable. And for $5, I feel like that is such a win-win. This makes me so happy. Everything organized is my jam. Where joy comes from cleaning. Or maybe I'm just weird. It's probably a little bit of both. It's clear. But it doesn't hurt anyone, so why should I care? Baby girl, dance like this, 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 this. Pretty girl, walk like this, 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 this. Oh, the pretty girl walk like. Anybody else just a constant TikTok song? So they, unfortunately, I had a Walmart delivery, and which if you guys don't do Walmart Plus, you really should. I think it's like $99 or $100 a year, and in my opinion, it's worth it. I never do pickup anymore. I always have them come to the house, and if you want it in less than 2 hours, it is $10 extra, which not having to go into Walmart and not having to sit in that line is worth it. This is not sponsored by any whatever. Although, Walmart, if you want to sponsor me, I won't be mad at you. Because y'all know that's where all my money's been lately. But, yeah, so Walmart Plus is the way to go. I get nothing for saying that. I just want to like help y'all out. So I just ordered that. It was here in 30 minutes, but usually it's 10 out of 10. Every so often, they'll give you a replacement of things you didn't like, you wouldn't have approved. Now they'll send you a message, but if you don't get notified or you don't see it soon enough, they'll bring it. Come here, baby. Let's go for a car ride. So they just brought me my 4 extra large bins, but the tops are different, are wrong. So I've got to return those. I'm not that worried about it because literally like that's 1% of it ever happening. And however, how long I've been doing this since 2021, well worth it. So that makes me so happy. It's taken everything in me not to go order extra because I love them so much, and like I have this fear of it running out, but you can't live your life like that. If it runs out, it runs out, you figure it out. So I'm happy with the 4 there. Now I am going to, if she will be okay with it, go there and replace the lids and then continue on filling up that shelf with my stuff. And this is making me happy. I'm hot. I burned a ton of calories. I just made my own little iced coffee, so I'm practically like, I don't know, Dave Ramsey. So this is good. This is good. However, do not associate myself. I do not associate myself with him by any means. Just gonna throw that out there. So, all right, we're gonna continue pushing on. So I'm back. I did end up going to Walmart and trading in those bins. It's great. And then I picked up this container here. This whole area needs to be redone, but this is going to work for the time being. I think I've said it before. Yeah, I did. I said it before. These videos take hours and days and sometimes weeks to do, depending on how much content. And so I don't always remember. So if I say something twice, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm really getting the itch or the bug or whatever to do things on my own. And I think as in my old age, in my wise old age, I get real sick of waiting on people. So Mama just gonna learn to do it herself. And I'm getting, like, I've always wanted to be a DIYer. I'm a DIYer, but I've always wanted to be the type of girl that like has her own tools, got them. And I've always wanted to be the type of girl who makes her own stuff and builds her own stuff, doing it. So I'm gonna redo all this. My husband works so hard and I don't wanna burden him. He'll hop on and say, nothing you do is a burden. But you know what I'm saying, when your husband's a hard worker, when your husband's out in the field, working in this hot sun, especially because in Florida and your air breaks, people think that they're the only person alive. So I'm gonna fix all of this up, but for now we're just gonna make do with what we've got. I got this here, I just ripped the thing off, but this was a Mainstay, I think 16 cup. I believe it's a cereal container. I'm pretty sure it's a cereal container, but I want to use it for my OxyClean. I get this from Costco. This will be, I feel like, really convenient. Listen, I love to decant things. You can make fun of me, you can say I'm wasting. Decanting makes me happy, and here on this side of the internet, we do what makes us happy, as long as we're not hurting anybody else. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put all of this in here, and then we're gonna fix this up. I still have more to do over here, but this is where my brain's at, so this is where we're going. I hope it fits. And I hope there's no spiders in here. Actually, no, there won't be. I have done my research, if you wanna know. Spiders don't like rosemary, lavender, citrus of any kind, no strong odor or no strong smells. They love odors. Go figure. Sweaty socks, dirty clothes, anything like that, and that makes a lot of sense. So FYI, if you deal with spiders, that's what you need to know. No! Please fit, 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 please fit. It fits. It's like when you buy organization bins and they all fit perfectly. Y'all, find joy in the little things. And the Lord said it will fit. And make a mess. Real talk though, this is awesome. Take a look. Cereal container, just a plastic cereal container. Mainstay. This was not an expensive one. This was not like the Rubbermaid Brilliance, that was expensive. Not the Home Edit, not anything snazzy. Just a good old-fashioned plastic cereal container. Still using this, I think I'm gonna adhere this somewhere because I've been just putting a lint in here. Like I had mentioned earlier, it's way too hot and humid in here to put wet clothes. I have to lay them in there or they instantly go mildew instinct. So, learned my lesson there, friends. Ooh, this actually fits perfect. I had used a container where it was open, and someone had asked me if it loses its scent by being exposed, and it does. I'm not a big fan of a lot of heavy fragrances, but I like something subtle. So. Like, it's so bad I'm not even gonna clean the top of it because I would literally need to get like a razor. It's that bad. I also like to do like items with like items. Helps me know right where to go when I need something. I also want to encourage you guys to declutter, decant, get everything organized, because clutter attracts clutter. I learned that from Dawn from the Minimal Mom, whom I just adore. She's fantastic. She's literally doing God's work by trying to help us live our life more simply. It's amazing. I got this from Temu. Talked about it in my other video. Don't love it, but I've got it. I'm going to try to use it again. Honestly, I really don't even need it because I don't know where that thing's at. But clutter attracts clutter, like they say. And don't quote me. I think it's Dawn, or it might be Cass from the Clutter Bug. Adore both of them. The whole purpose of decluttering isn't to have the prettiest house on the block or the internet. It's to make our lives easier. The whole purpose of decluttering is we can know where things are at, so we don't waste so much time looking for them. Also, the purpose of decluttering is 100% freeing up the clutter in our minds. There is an absolute direct correlation to the clutter in our homes and the clutter in our minds. And with so much social media these days, we can be inundated with so much stimuli, and we really need to simplify, whether it's our time on the phone, wherever. So taking the time to do all of this is so important. It's not just having a pretty house. That's just the side effect of it all. And that's the consequence. But it's one that we like, and it's one that we want. So like I had said, I'm gonna be decluttering, organizing until I don't feel overwhelmed in my space anymore. And remember, one room, one area, one small project. This is not a sprint, this is a marathon. It takes time. Also, this is a reminder when you are organizing, you don't have to have all the fancy bins. Just do group things that make your life easier. And I would have preferred this over there because aesthetically that would have been more pleasing to my eye. But that makes no sense. It needs to be here because it's extremely heavy and it's right above the washer because that's where it needs to go. So, yes, organization can be beautiful, but more than how beautiful it is, it has to be functional. If it's not functional, you will not keep up with it. Also, don't get so bent out of shape if you do something and you find yourself going back and changing it. It's part of the process. Some might think it's kind of silly to organize your laundry room, or to clean your laundry room, or clean your washer and dryer, clean your vacuums, clean your mops, not your mops, but your, you know, like carpet cleaners. It's good. It just keeps you in the flow of staying on top of things. I'm actually gonna wash this out. My whole face just went into a giant spider web. So I have got the bins filled up with the items that we need. Now I am still continuing to go through here and just decluttering a ton, throwing away stuff that we just don't need anymore. And this is the part, this is probably my favorite part, when I have organized everything and now it's time to make it look so aesthetically pleasing. And yeah, that's probably one of my favorite spots, my favorite part. I just love it so much. So I got all my bins in here and I am just going to fill up this area. It used to be jammed packed at the old house, but I really have simplified so incredibly much. I don't have as nearly as many cleaning supplies. I only have the essentials, and it honestly just feels so good. I feel really proud of myself, and I know that this journey is just beginning. And like I had said, I'm going to continue to do this until I'm not stressed anymore in my house, if you know what I mean. So I'm adding these little labels here, or big labels. I used my Cricut. I wanted to have everything labeled so when my kids are putting things away, it helps them put it in the right spot and they're not asking me a million times, where do things go? Now I should have used a black label for this, but you know what? This is what I did and I will fix it later on. This area is a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. I have a lot I want to do here, but we just can't tackle that just yet. So this is how it looks. It is functional. It is simplified. Things are easy to get to. Over here, I have all of my bins labeled as well, and I'm so pleased with how everything turned out. I hope that you got a ton of motivation and inspiration to just get the things done in your house that need to get done. No matter what space it is, let's do this together. If you're feeling overwhelmed in your cluttered house or messy home, let's tackle it together. I have tons of videos. I would love for you to consider subscribing. I love you. I appreciate you, and this world is a better place because of you. I will see you guys next week. Bye.